The story of the secret wedding of Russian beauty queen Oksana Voevodina and Malaysian King Mohammed V made headlines around the world. He gave up the royal throne for her, but later kicked her out of the palace while she was pregnant. How was her fairy tale ruined by another woman fighting for the man she loved? Why is the former king hiding meetings with his only son, whom he has long refused to acknowledge? Watch the video to the end to learn many more secrets of this royal family and palace intrigue that you definitely haven't heard before. Let's get started. Sultan Muhammad of Kelantan is a member of one of the 9 royal Malay families, whose rulers alternate as kings of Malaysia. He ascended the throne in December 2016 and was to rule the country for 5 years. But after 2 years, he unexpectedly abdicated. This was the first time in the country's history. The royal family of Kelantan never gave an official reason for the abdication. They prefer not to advertise their private life, unlike other royal families in Malaysia. Although many people know that Sultan Muhammad was married 20 years ago to Thai Princess Zubaida, who was his distant relative, their marriage lasted only 4 years as the girl was unable to bear the Sultan any children. For the next 10 years, there was no information about his relationship. He was considered the first bachelor sultan to be elected king of Malaysia. And suddenly, in 2018, the world's media was filled with news of his lavish wedding. It was a complete surprise, especially for Malaysia. The 49-year-old king secretly married 26-year-old Russian model Oksana Voevodina. Friends call her an intelligent and charming beauty who has achieved everything on her own. But some consider this woman a fraud and even a Russian spy who tricked the king into falling in love with her. This simple Russian girl moved from the provinces to the capital of Russia. She graduated from a prestigious financial university and won the title Miss Moscow 2015 in a beauty contest. Tempting offers came from all sides to work as a model, to advertise cosmetics and clothes. Little did she know that her life would soon turn into a real thriller. In 2017, the girl was 25 years old, and she accepted the offer to work as a model in Malaysia. There was an exhibition of elite watches. At the exhibition, Oksana was approached by a man who was interested in the most expensive and exclusive models. The man introduced himself as King Mohammed V of Malaysia. The girl joked that she was also a queen, but only a beauty queen. This was the beginning of a whirlwind romance between the girl and a man twice her age. Mohammed and Oksana went to the best restaurants in the Malaysian capital, Kuala Lumpur, and had a great time. The monarch promised to invite her to the palace with her parents. Later, the king confessed his love for Oksana. He proposed marriage, and the girl agreed. Mohammed did not want to draw attention to the wedding, so he decided to keep the ceremony modest. They had a Muslim wedding ceremony in secret. For the sake of the man she loved, the girl accepted Islam and changed her name to the Muslim name Riana Petra. In Malaysia, in the palace, Muhammad hid Oksana from everyone, even from the servants. At first, the king said that a woman should not be brought into the house before marriage. But after the marriage, he continued to hide her. You'll find out later who he was really hiding her from. When it turned out that Oksana was pregnant, the girl insisted on a solemn wedding, which they decided to hold in Moscow. The luxurious event was attended by about 200 guests, including guests from Malaysia. Muhammad insisted that this wedding also be hidden from the public, as he was officially undergoing treatment in Germany. However, one of the Malaysian guests posted footage of the wedding on social media and the whole world found out. This Malaysian friend later apologized in writing for the incident. But the event was a gift to Malaysia's opposition politicians. They accused the king of deviating from Muslim traditions of modesty and abstinence. Gradually, other accusations related to Oksana's personality were added. Critics accused her of having a vulgar job as a model and of having a promiscuous life before marriage. There were even those who saw the girl as an agent of the Russian Secret Service, embedded in the royal family of Malaysia. And then the most terrible thing for any woman happened. During the wedding trip, Oksana learned about the king's other wife, Nur Diana Petra, but Muhammad assured that he had separated from her long ago. It turned out that the king took Oksana as his second wife, while his first wife was Diana, a 30-year-old Czech woman. The marriage with her was concluded 8 years before his marriage with Oksana. Diana couldn't give birth to an heir, but she managed to gain influence in the palace. Naturally, Diana was extremely dissatisfied with the appearance of Oksana in the palace. According to many, it was she who collected dirt on the rival. The main part of it was a video with intimate content during Oksana's participation in the reality show Vacation in Mexico. When Muhammad saw the video, he became furious. He couldn't allow his wife to have such a sordid past, which could tarnish the royal family's reputation. Pregnant, Oksana had to return to her homeland. They never saw each other again. In Malaysia itself, a monstrous scandal erupted. The aristocracy put unprecedented pressure on King Muhammad, and in early 2019 he was forced to abdicate. Upon her return to Russia, Oksana Voevodina categorically refused to speak to the press. She hoped things would get better. Oksana gave birth to a healthy baby boy, whom she named Ismail Leon. The woman immediately bragged about it on Instagram, informing the world that she had given birth to the future king of Malaysia. This infuriated Sultan Muhammad even more. He divorced Oksana through the Islamic procedure of talaq and refused to recognize his son. Later, the girl gave an exclusive interview in which she talked about her marriage to the king, life in the palace and palace intrigues. But why did she decide to reveal all this? According to her, after the birth of the child, she received threats from the Sultan's first wife, Diana, and Muhammad himself offered her $1 million to keep quiet about their relationship. But she did not agree and did not sign the documents. She was afraid that if the child was stolen, then, according to the documents, she would not have the right to inform anyone about it. Oksana moved from Moscow to London, where she sued her ex-husband. She demanded from the ex-king to give her a London mansion worth $11 million and to pay alimony for their son Leon in the amount of $33,000 a month. According to British newspapers, she failed to sue for the house, but Muhammad created a fund to support his son in the amount of $250,000. In addition, he sends Oksana $10,000 a month for the boy's upkeep. And recently, Muhammad completely thawed out. He came to London, where he was seen leaving an expensive hotel with his wife Diana. A few minutes later, his son Leon emerged through the same door with the Sultan's aides and nanny. It seems that the Sultan has acknowledged his paternity after all, and Leon can theoretically claim the title of Crown Prince. After this meeting, Oksana stopped posting photos of the boy on her Instagram. She was repeatedly asked by the Sultan to do so. Obviously, they still managed to come to some agreements. Oksana earns quite well on her own. She works as an investment consultant for a large real estate agency in London. In her spare time, she is writing a book, the plot of which is still a secret. Apparently, it is a memoir that tells of her torrid love affair with Muhammad. After losing the title of King of all Malaysia, Muhammad returned to his Sultanate of Kelantan and continues to rule there. It was not until August 2022 that he officially introduced his secret wife, Diana, to his subjects and gave her the title of Sultana. She now often accompanies her husband to official and unofficial events. It looks like the storms have calmed down in this royal family. Let's hope that the continuation of this story will only be a happy one. And what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. See you soon.